Hey, hi, my name is Chris. Every day I'm doing a vlog and I'm doing it for 1,000 days, guys. 1,000 days. So if you're not subscribed, a subscribe will be awesome. Thank you so much. If you could hit that thumbs up and that bell notification, that would be great too. You know, sometimes in life, sometimes people don't deserve a second chance. They don't. It's because they've cut so deep. They've been so horrible. Why would you? Why would you give them a second chance? Why would you even allow them the opportunity to do it again? But we do sometimes, don't we? We forgive, we don't forget, but we try and give the opportunity to them one more time to maybe do something different, especially if they've apologised, but they don't always apologise. So is it worth giving them a second chance? Well, I suggest not. Depending if how deep they've cut, how deep they've hurt you, and what the intention's been. It's not always in life that you meet people and they intend to cause you pain or difficulty, but some people are covertly devious and they will offer you that. They will offer you discomfort, and they will harbour feelings about you. And the first sign or first opportunity that they're able to sort of put that proverbial knife in, they're going to do it. They're going to hurt you and they're going to say things. And it might well be on the first instance. And if they say it on the first instance, if they do it on the first instance, then I think you shouldn't let them in again. Once bitten, twice shy is the old saying, isn't it? Don't let them have the opportunity to come back and do it all over again, because it's just nature's way of saying they're more than likely like this all the time. They're more than likely going to behave like this, and if they behave like this, they're going to cause you infinite amount of difficulty, and you're not going to forget the incident that actually took place. You're not going to forget them having behaved this way to you, given what they've said and done. So I guess a lot depends on the scenario itself and how injurious they've been. Now, I always say words are powerful. Words can be extremely powerful. They can hurt. They can. You don't always remember, though, what people say, but you remember how they make you feel. And they can make you feel pretty lousy and pretty horrible. And they can say it quite easily and from the gut, because they're used to doing that. They're used to behaving that way. They don't really care about you. So second chances, be careful with second chances. Not everybody deserves it. Not everybody should have it, because some people are just cruel, horrible and mean. Now, not all people. I would say a large percentage of people that you will meet in your life are kind, lovely, warm individuals who have big hearts and will more than likely help you if you were in an hour of need, and they would. But there are people that you meet that wear sheep's clothing. They wear this mask, and they will put it right out there. And when they put it right out there, I think most of us would avoid this person. Most of us wouldn't allow a second chance. Most of us wouldn't want to give them a second chance, because you're leaving the door wide open for them to cause you pain and discomfort. And that is not nice, is it? Having somebody there who has the potential to cause you pain in whatever form it takes isn't nice. I found recently that I try to avoid pain coming my way, and I do that by being fairly selective about who I have in my circle. And there are people who are very nice people who start off that way, but as soon as I think somebody actually goes out of the way to cause you pain and discomfort, well, you've got to try and avoid that. And it's not easy, is it? I mean, none of us want to upset anybody. None of us, or most of us, don't want to have that awful argument with somebody. But sometimes it's necessary to be able to tell somebody that their behaviour about what they're doing and they're actually doing wrong. But if they if they do something so heinously horrible, or say something heinously horrible right from the get-go, then I probably wouldn't want to give them a second chance, because I just wouldn't want the propensity for discourse and unhappiness in my life. Because I value peace over that. I value my peace. I value happiness. I value joy. I value my space, which doesn't have that horribleness in it. And it's funny, isn't it? That when you see it, it's just not nice when you see horrible behaviour. When I see somebody who's horrible being horrible to somebody else, I almost want to step in. There's a strong compulsion in me to say something to them to modify their behaviour, even though I might not be affected by that. And maybe that says something about me. But I just hate when people are horrible for no reason and disrespect other people. But second chances, well, not everybody deserves a second chance. You shouldn't consider it, because the pain and difficulty and horrible feeling that you feel right now, well, you've got the chance of having that again. Do you trust them enough to be able to not do that? Well, I don't know if you can. And it depends on the person and what's been said and what's been done. But I just wouldn't like to have that in my life. I really wouldn't. Second chances, though, are necessary in life. They are necessary given if somebody had done something and it was purely by accident, and you felt genuinely that they were a genuine person given that scenario. And I think there is a genuine case for a second chance. But for the people who are horrible, distasteful, rude, aggressive, you've got to fortify your position of happiness by excluding them from your circle, from your life. And if you can do that, you're protecting yourself. You're giving yourself the opportunity to say, actually, you know what? I am looking after my peace, and I take the decision to remove this horribleness from my life. Because look around you. You just want this lovely stuff. You just want to be happy. You want joy. You don't want the horribleness that sometimes people can afford you. And if that's the case, then that's the case. As far as I'm concerned, if they've been brutally horrible, then they've made their bed. They can lie in it. They can. And you've got to navigate past them, push forward, go to that place that you know you should go to, and that is absolutely wonderful. Hey, hi guys, how are you? All right? By the way, it's an absolutely lovely evening tonight. It's absolutely astounding, and I'm loving these beautiful summer evenings. So this is my navigation to a wonderful place, so that I can feel happy and joy and peace, and that is great. But be careful who you give a second chance to. I guess there's that threshold test, isn't there? If they've gone beyond that threshold, then that's it. The chances are they may actually behave that way and do that again, and that is something that you're going to have to get your head round and say, actually, I'm going to stop them in their tracks there. I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to allow a second chance. Second chances, no way. I can't open the door on that again, because if I do that, well, who knows what might happen next time. They could accelerate their behaviour. They could be even more verbally abusive, or they could just be even more horrible. They don't necessarily have to present violence to you, but again, it's about a feeling, isn't it? It's about how these people make you feel. And if they make you feel horrible, then what is the point of having that connection? There is no point, is there? I wouldn't want it, you wouldn't want it, and it would just be an interaction which has left a stain on your day. I would make every available effort to protect my peace. I think that's so vitally important to do. When you do that, you have a happier life, and more than likely the people around you as well, they're probably going to be happy as well, because you don't have any of this nonsense in your life. And that's precious, that's good, that's lovely. People deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. So be happy, strive to stay happy, and enjoy your life without those people in your life who cause you pain and difficulty. Because if you can do that, you're going to get just a life without any abrasive connections, and that is worth holding on to. I think it's worth holding out for, because you put your head on the pillow, you are stress free, and you don't have any of the aggravation. And more than likely, the people who have caused some issue to you, who are not worthy of a second chance, these kind of people don't have the opportunity then to do it again. Just my thoughts on it, guys, just my thoughts. Anyway, every day I do a vlog, I do it for 1,000 days. So if you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate you. And on that note, I'll be back again tomorrow with something uniquely different. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.